Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Episode 9, Wild Thoughts Podcast.
Yes, it's been 2 weeks since we have seen each other or filmed.
I know. Is it 2
I've
weeks?
missed
No, I
you.
think it's 3.
Is it 3?
Peru, and then we never saw each other,
Yeah.
and then I left. 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Compared to seeing each other.
For you guys, it doesn't seem that long.
Yeah.
For us, it is.
It's long. I forgot what she looked like.
I know. She's got toenails now. What are we drinking today?
Southern Comfort.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, I just got back on Monday, so like the groceries and everything is not done. I didn't have chaser, but we're using pear cinnamon Red Bull, which we're kind of still sticking to.
This is good.
Fall, like it's still pear cinnamon. I feel like it's like still fall season ish. So yeah.
Have you seen their new flavor? It's cotton candy for winter. Sean only brought one home.
Have you tried it?
No, I don't like Red Bull. Like, this is fine, but it gives me a migraine, so.
It's the same as me. Like last week we did the episode on tasting and Fanta and Oreo Coke. I don't think that original things should be tampered with.
Yeah.
I love Red Bull, but only the original.
Do you like the original? Okay, so I like the sugar-free one, and I was drinking it for a while, but I was like, I'm getting a migraine every single day. It was from them, so I don't drink them anymore.
That's what happens when I drink coffee.
So what are we talking about today, Jamie? How was your trip?
My trip was good. Peru was really good. It's actually really weird. When I got to Peru, actually before Peru, I don't know if you saw me, but I remember I had like such a bad like breakout.
No.
I think I told
you have
you
perfect
about
skin
it.
all the time.
Like
you did tell me, yeah.
I need to show you a photo. I'll stitch the photo to this. I didn't even take pictures in Peru because like I felt like a teenager going through like puberty. I had a really bad breakout on.
Did you use a new face
area?
Did you use something new?
I have no idea what it was. And like obviously like every now and then I get pimples, but these were like painful.
Oh,
like even the lady that does my facial, she moved here from Miami, so I was so happy to see her, and I was like, fix me, and she was like, I don't even want to touch it because it is an allergic reaction. So bad for the entire trip of Peru. So bad when I came back, and like just before Dubai, like it started clearing up. Otherwise I would have moved my trip because I was like, yeah, not happening. But now like it's finally, I feel like it's healed. It's like 1 or 2 spots. It's just like, yeah, but other than that, my trip was amazing. I think like Peru was nice because it was a whole different experience, like not what I expected. Like in my mind, I always had an image of it. Our flights got cancelled thanks United. Our flights got delayed thanks United. So we like missed a day and gained a day, but we couldn't really do anything because we were stuck at the hotel.
What's your favorite airline?
Biased being Emirates, but like customer service wise, plane wise, no delays or cancellations like ever. I'm not a fan of like United. United is 100%.
I used to be a stan for them, but then I haven't flown for a while. My favorite, I would say, is Delta lately. I like Delta.
Yes, I would do.
I flew Delta to Wisconsin. So I did Frontier to Wisconsin. And I had a layover in Colorado and then went to Wisconsin. And I was thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. It wasn't bad at all. The seats were fine. Everyone was fine. We made it.
Yeah.
We actually like were early. Like they were booking in the sky.
Yeah.
Great.
No,
10 out of 10. And I flew Delta home, and there's chargers, there's TVs.
Well, Frontier is considered like low budget, like Spirit. Like everything adds on.
But it wasn't even that bad.
I just think like coming from working for Emirates and like Middle Eastern Airlines, I think like I'm spoiled in that way.
Yeah.
So when I did move here and like obviously flying domestically, like it's a big shock for me. Everybody makes fun of Spirit, but I feel like Spirit's planes are much newer.
Yeah.
Customer service wise, yeah, I get it. But I feel safer on Spirit's like planes than anywhere else. I've never not had a delay or cancellation with United. United is like, I don't ever want to fly them again. Like it's always, you know what? Like you have a good trip and all you're thinking about is like, I just want to get home. And then to be at the airport and get told like, oh, well, your flight's canceled. And then telling you last minute when you can't even like be reprotected onto another airline because all the flights are gone and full. It's just like it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. But I also say in one of our episodes, like, I am a strong believer, like, if I'm late, I'm late. If I'm not supposed to be on a flight, I'm not supposed to be on a flight. So in the moment, yes, like, I'm heated and I'm pissed off, but I'll always remind myself, like, it wasn't meant for me to be on that flight for a specific reason. So that was Peru, and then I got to go to Dubai after 5 years, and that's obviously like
It's
my
been 5 years.
home. Yeah,
I didn't realize it was that long.
That is my second home. Obviously, like, I lived in Cape Town and then lived in Dubai, and I think Texas is like I would put it third on my list right now. It just felt like I never left. Like, it felt like no time had passed. I got to see my friends that I haven't seen in 5 years, my best friends. Some of my friends got to meet Hailey.
That's always so special.
Yeah, I was gonna go alone, but the whole trip was like I wanted her to experience like another part of like me and my life. And there's so much things in Dubai for kids to do. It was super hot, so we didn't make it like down to the water parks and stuff. But Dubai is always like a place now that we can stop over and go for 2 days on our way back home or somewhere else.
That sounds nice.
It is hard. It is so hard coming back. I felt the same way after South Africa in February, where it's like just having to adjust and like seeing everybody that you're so close with, and then like not having them just there, like a stone throw away. Again. That's like the most difficult for me.
Yeah. Whenever I went to Wisconsin, I went with my stepmom and my sister, and I feel like seeing friends is hard on trips, but seeing your family is even harder. Like, because you realize I can't just drive, an hour to see you, or even a couple hours. It's like an 18-hour drive.
Yeah.
But or it's $600 in plane tickets, like.
And like also going with your little one, because now she keeps asking about everybody.
Like, and they cry when they get older. Savannah started crying about that age when she had to leave people.
I thought that she hated it, but I think like Hailey had, for the first time on our travels, had the worst jet lag. So she was like sleeping in the day there and napping at night. So obviously like mama was going out at night, and then I would come home and she's wide awake and I'm ready to sleep. And I got sleep deprived, but I was just like, I'm gonna push through. It was something new and an adjustment, because it's the first time we went somewhere where we didn't have like our regular babysitters. Like, my mom usually stays with us, so she's here.
Yeah, that was the plan, was for her to go, right?
Yeah, and she didn't get her new passport in time, so so I just think it was a new and good learning experience for me, and
how to navigate traveling with a child. Because sometimes you can't always have.
It's difficult, but obviously, like, when I did want to do stuff for myself, that was very much like.
And you're not at home.
And who do I trust? Because like I haven't been there for 5 years to just pick up the phone
and you don't have anybody. Like people here.
And like all my friends are still working, so I felt really bad. Like, if I did have to go out, it's different because when the first night I went out, I would always put her to sleep before I went out. And Hailey, she sleeps through the night. Like, your sister babysits her, puts her to sleep, and she's fine. But the problem was her jet lag. So she would wake up, and then that's why I felt bad that my friends are having to be awake with her. Whereas like usually when I go out here, like, she's put to bed and she sleeps straight through.
She's good.
So that was like difficult as a mom, because I just felt guilty, and I was like, I just want to get home to her. I just want to. Yeah, but she was such a champ. Like, I still got to go out like by myself with my friends. When she was tagging along, like, she was really good. There's obviously times where she was a little overtired and a little bit moany, but other than that, like, she had a good time, and I had a good time.
How was it traveling to do your friends have kids?
None of my friends have kids. So none of my friends in Dubai, other than two couples, but one is an elderly couple, and their kids are 13 and 9, and then there's another couple that they have 1 2-year-old. But I hardly saw them because they were in South Africa for the last 2 days, and then I saw out my one couple of friends, but their kids are older. So, but other than that, like, all my best friends are single, not dating, no kids.
Oh my gosh! So and here Jamie comes with a kid and married.
You know what? I think like me going with Hailey was such like a test for them to sit back and be like, oh yeah, I'm not ready for this, or yeah, I am ready for this.
Or they see the challenges that come with it. Like, it's not all perfect all the time.
Yeah, exactly. but I think also like their lifestyle is so different because they are still cabin crew. So to have, I think it's the most difficult job to have when you have kids.
Oh
is
yeah.
being cabin crew because you're not always home.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine myself still being cabin crew and having a kid.
No.
But I think like if I was in that situation, like you do find what works.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dubai is open to so many opportunities, and like, you know, a lot of people get like live-in nannies and so forth. So yeah, it is weird because like sometimes like I don't realize all my friends are single and I'm the only married one with a kid until I'm in the presence. But then when I'm in the presence, my friends never make me feel like, oh, you're the married friend.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with my married friends here, we don't have single friends.
Yeah.
It's all like we're in a couple and we all have kids. Whereas like my actual lifestyle with all my friends, I have one married couple. They live in he's in South Africa, she's in Qatar, and they don't have kids. But it's like even when we go out, it's not what like society has made us think like how married couples should be. Like we're still all the same. It's as we're all.
You're just not out looking for a man. Like you can still have fun. You
and
can
that's
still
the
live your
funny
life.
thing. Like even with my friends, like I have my best friends are guys. Like I have a lot of guy friends. And even when I was single, I would always prefer to go out with my guy friends more than my girlfriends. And
it's just easy.
At first, when I met Rancis, he was always like taken back by it, which anybody would be until
so how many
he
are
came
you
to
sleeping
Dubai,
with, Jamie?
until he came to Dubai and he met like my girlfriends and how they behave in a club compared to like
probably would rather you be with them
because there was like
and they tend to look out for you more versus the girls like, oh, there's a cute guy.
And at the
like,
end of
bye.
the night, they would be like, let's get Jamie home, and then they go and they do their own thing, you know. So it is weird, and I don't know. I think it's because like I grew up as a tomboy and I have two older brothers and I went to an all girls school that sometimes like I have girl best friends, like I have you, I have like it's not a problem for me making girl best friends. I just feel like sometimes like my personality catches on to like guys and what guys like more, and I hate drama. Like I hate the close knit drama of like pettiness and bitchiness and like being two-faced. Like that's just not me. And I feel like sometimes when there's a big close like circle of girlfriends, like that just generally always happens. And I'm just like the type of person is like once you start speaking shit about somebody that is in our circle of friends, I take a step back because I'm like, well, what the fuck are you saying about me when I'm not around?
Exactly.
And I don't say that guys don't do that, but I don't.
But they really don't care at the end of the day. Like, they're not gonna tear down like your looks, your personality.
That's a good segment as well for us to dive in because like society does like a lot of people believe that girls and guys can't be friends, and I think that is so false.
I mean, if you
respect boundaries, if you want people in your life,
communication, be respectful, it's like, why is there an issue? Yeah, I see that.
I do see how it would be weird, like when you're married and you make a new friend of the opposite of the sex, because that's
it's like, what were you out looking for them?
Like how, you know what I mean?
Sean, who is this?
Yeah. It's like, hey, I invited my friend.
No thanks.
I can't even think of a guy name over for a barbecue. Yeah, from where? Like you work from home as well.
Where did you find them? Facebook dating.
It's like now it's a package deal. Yeah. So it's good, and it's been a week since I'm back, and it's been very difficult
I bet
to adjust.
I cannot do that.
How was Wisconsin?
It was good.
You went to Avril Lavigne concert?
I did. It was short and sweet, but it was fun. It was perfect. That was probably like one of the best trips that I've been on. It was everywhere we ate was delicious. It was simple. It's not like you're out at the bars late. We ended both nights pretty early, like in the hotel room playing card games, like just eating snacks. It was simple. It was perfect. And it was
just being around good people.
Yeah, it was great. Food was so good. I love Milwaukee. It was perfect. It was so much fun.
Yeah. If you have to
it was
rate
good.
her out of like your top 3 best concerts live or live singers,
Oof.
would she fall in top 3?
Yeah, probably just because that's who I grew up listening to, and that's like a special time between my sister, my stepmom, and I. Obviously, my top 3, if she was in there, she would be up there with Drake and like Post Malone, just because it's like your childhood.
Yeah.
Like those are my favorite.
Drake is still my top live concert.
Yes. I've seen him 3 times.
No, freaking love. Like he's like even like crowd involvement, like and so good live.
Yeah.
So Drake is like top concert.
Post Malone
Justin
really appreciates
Bieber.
his fans. I love his like speeches. And she was just so fun.
I love
like
that.
It was just fun. It was perfect.
Yeah, I would say Drake's on my top live concerts.
Well,
Justin
not
Bieber,
only just because he's a good singer. It's getting a little hot in here.
I think
he's a good-looking man.
I've seen Drake live in concert, and then I've seen him like twice when I lived in Dubai as a club appearance. Justin Bieber I've seen in Cape Town live, in Dubai live. I think his concerts are good.
Yeah.
And then like Lady Gaga, her concert and her like live was so good.
Not a fan of her. There's some songs I like, but I feel like she's
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was still when I lived in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. So
her prime.
I used to be obsessed with her. Like I even cut my fringe to be with her, like Poker Face, Just Dance. Like I loved Lady Gaga.
She's fun. Now I just feel like I don't
resonate.
No, she's not my favorite now. But yeah, like high school, middle school time, I loved her. She had some good music.
Yeah.
But she's a little
before my trip we went to see Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
Such a vibe.
Was that good?
I felt like I was like the youngest person in the crowd.
Probably.
Yeah. But old people know how to party as well, so that's good.
They're so much fun.
Yeah. But I feel like September was busy and I just want to relax for October. And just go back into like my homebody shell for a bit. But I know like 2 months and I'm like, where's my next trip?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Christmas is coming, so it's like now is your time to chill because Thanksgiving and then Christmas, like things are just crazy.
Yeah.
Lots of family to see. There's so many events going on, so
I know.
It gets
Speaking
busy.
of events, like we were invited to Woodlands Aesthetics Medical Center on the 17th for their Halloween event. So we're excited about that. And there's a lot of like trunk or treats.
Yes, a lot. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
I feel like just because we live in such a big area, there's every city has their own thing. So like where we live, there's something, but then like 10 minutes on the road, that city's doing something else. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. My favorite thing to do is just go on Facebook and just go to like events, and it's just all right there.
And the markets, I love good markets. Like holiday markets now until end of December, it's just going to be booming. And there was a car show today that I wanted to go to, but Sydney was late.
It was very late.
Sydney was late. Do you feel it was difficult for you to meet Sean or like date with Savannah?
Yes and no. I feel like
that could be very scary.
Yes, just because you don't know the person. Before Sean, I only had like one other like I guess long-term relationship. And they were fine together. Like, I mean, nothing ever happened. So I mean, he was like trustworthy. We were together for like 2 years or something.
But there's obviously
the relationship wasn't there. Like it wasn't like I'm gonna be like the step parent and you're gonna be the kid. It was more like brother sister type of relationship or like friends.
Yeah.
It just really didn't work out. It was but then when Sean came along, no, it wasn't hard to meet him because we met at work. And my family was really supportive of.
But in the back of your mind, do you ever think like, okay, I'm opening myself up to dating.
Yeah.
But I have a child. What if this person is not ready for a child?
Yeah, that was like the last one.
Because you met Sean when Sean was quite young. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were 22.
So that's a lot for like a 22-year-old
Yeah.
guy
And he
to
was
immediately be like, okay, if I fall in
and
love
she
with this
wasn't
person
little.
and
She
if I
wasn't 2 or
take her,
3.
I am potentially like
You're becoming a
saying to myself,
parent.
I'm becoming a parent as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I can't speak on his behalf, but he came in with no issue. He was fine. Like he's been there for her. He's been there for her since like day 1. And it's just trying to navigate because she was 5, so she wasn't little. So just trying to navigate parenting styles, and because it's new to him, and she's not a newborn. But no, he was fine. I think he was fine. I mean, he's still with me, so.
I think it just comes down to maturity. Like,
Yeah.
if you
Are you ready to settle down with this person? Are you ready to have the weekends where you're invited out and you're like, no, we don't have a babysitter, or no, I want to be home with,
but I
my
think that
family.
comes with like how much you want somebody in your life and how much you love that person, because then you just generally love the person's child. You know what I mean? But I can't imagine how scary that can be.
No, yeah, it's difficult. And that was why she has a step parent, is because the one that is supposed to be was more interested in the mother than the child. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, bye.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, you neglect your child.
That's literally what it is at the end of the day. So yes, if you're ready, I feel like it's not hard. You just have to find that person that is ready for that.
But I mean, like, when you start dating somebody and like for you has a child, I'm speaking like hypothetically because I've never been in this situation, but I think also with you going into finding a relationship, like you're not going in and finding like, oh, you have to take care of us.
Yeah.
Like, you have been taking care of her by yourself for so long.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm opening myself up to an opportunity to meet somebody and fall in love.
Yeah.
And like fall in love with me and offer my child the love that she deserves. But when I'm saying that, that doesn't mean like, I don't need your money. I don't need you to pay for her school fees. I don't need you. I've been doing it. But at the end of the day, like, if you can offer her the love that I think that she deserves, that's more important than we can work out everything else as it goes along. And I think that's the scary part to some people who do meet somebody with a child, is that like,
it's not just, oh, I like your child. No, it's like,
but I think to them they are like, can I afford this financially? Can I this? And I think like, yes,
because eventually things merge. Like, it's not always
but like right now you're not dating somebody to be like, oh, okay, and you have to start paying for this and this and this immediately. Like, doesn't work like that.
Yeah, she needs lunch money.
Eventually when you want to see us as a family, that means like you are now seeing that responsibility as well. No,
he's been a trooper, and his family took her in open arms. Like, things are good. It's
a lifestyle change, but it's not a lifestyle stop.
I can't speak on it because I'm the one with the kid, so it's not like I was the step parent. It's but you just have, communication is really big. I mean, obviously, you have to know at first, like, do you have a kid? Like, I can't hide her, and then like,
did you tell him straight away?
Yeah, he knew.
Well, like,
I don't know how he knew, but I think he
like,
knew.
Anybody you dated, you always told him like on the first date?
No, I really didn't. I didn't really like go on dates.
Okay.
But this relationship I had before Sean, yes, I told him. I don't remember how. It's been so long, but I didn't really like go on dates. I'm not a first date kind of girl. Yeah. I'd rather just like, I don't know. I think dating is so awkward.
Really?
I don't want you to take me to dinner and then we text and things like fall out. I'm like, we meet online, we text, and then I just like.
I've had 2 first dates.
I think everyone that I've been with or like talked to or tried to date, they see my social media first, and then they know that there's a kid, so it's never like there's never gray area.
Yeah. They know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, because I usually would find them like we'd meet like Tinder or like we through high school we've known each other, like so everyone kind of knew. I'm weird. She was on my Tinder.
She was
like a picture of me and her. I only had Tinder for
why not?
Not long.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna put my whole profile out here and it's like just me because it's not just me.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
I barely use
Tinder. I've never been on a dating app.
I couldn't even tell you. It was so short. The time span was really short that I had it, but
even if I was single, I think it would be my mind is just too what if it's a serial killer?
Yeah.
I could not.
I only met one person on there that we actually
Yeah, went on a date.
Yeah. I guess that was the first day. We went to Frozen Yogurt.
Yeah. That's a date. That's a date. That is a date. That's funny. Yeah, no, I think that I always take my hat off to, people who have to start over.
One of my good friends, she was in a relationship and she got pregnant and, they've been together for a few years. Child's a few years old. I don't want to give too many details because I don't, whatever. But, yeah, things didn't work out. And I'm like, I guess I've been there, but I'm like, I can't imagine just because that was the child's dad. It wasn't like, oh, like my situation where, he was just gone from day one.
Yeah.
That's hard to build a relationship with, build a family with.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden now you have to say, how did it end? Yeah. Can we remain civil?
Yeah. But now it's like that's all you know is having that partner and that's their dad. And it's like, well, now I don't know.
I just think unfortunately things happen. And I think at the end of the day, your decisions have to reflect your own happiness and your decisions have to reflect your child's happiness.
Exactly.
That's the main thing. And again, I think we were brought up in a society sometimes where maybe we come from homes where there was a lot of arguments or you sometimes sit and say why are my parents not getting divorced? And a lot of the time older generation would say, well, we're sticking it out for the kids or we're sticking it out because we have to, but at the end of the day
but now it's like you look back and you're like, why would you
there's more damage being done compared to maybe a broken home is better for your kids. And it is okay.
I feel like a broken home can be taken two ways. A broken home where it's
it should be even called a broken home.
No, because it's just being happy. You can find yourself. I feel like if they thrive better separate, that's how it should be. I don't know.
I'm a strong believer in things happen for a reason, and
I would never want my child to grow up witnessing a bad relationship. I want my relationship to reflect what she deserves, I want to show her what she deserves when she gets older.
That's what she will look
That's what she's going to seek for. Yeah, that's what she's going to be.
Yeah.
I feel like we should, well, obviously we're their teachers. We're showing them, but yeah. So I have a story pertaining to children and wild people.
Children and wild people.
Tell me if you know about that. I'm sure you know about this. I'm sure it's all over TikTok.
Well,
but it's just blown up.
If it's new, let me just say
it's not
I have not
new.
Been on TikTok for
this has been happening since
3 weeks while I've been traveling.
Before I was born. She's older, so you might have been alive when this was happening, but definitely prime middle school, our whole life. Okay. This has been happening, but it's blown up
recently. Oh my goodness. Okay, go.
P. Diddy.
Girl, we're going down this rabbit hole. Stop. We're going down this rabbit hole. I enjoy his music. Please don't cancel me. But I like Diddy's music.
He was at he performed at the VMAs or something last year, and I was so happy. But now I'm like, no, there's no way. I will never support him again.
Love conspiracy theories. I have been on conspiracy theories my whole life, like Illuminati, Freemasons, who runs the world, celebrities. Diddy's always been a conspiracy of mine. I will say I did not put him in a conspiracy of what's happening right now. But I don't put it past Hollywood.
Just if you guys are not aware, Hollywood is basically blowing up in flames right now. Like everyone's like, is Hollywood going to come out of this? Which it will, because there's people that are not involved.
Yeah.
But the Hollywood circle is so large. How can you not be involved?
So I always had a theory of.
First off, the first theory is they don't think it's P. Diddy locked up because they're showing his pictures.
And
P. Diddy has a mole or a freckle right here, and the guy locked up does not have that. The lips are different. The hair texture is different.
I've been on the conspiracy of Diddy's, maybe his involvement with some murders. That's all I'm saying.
Of his what?
His involvement in murders.
So this is what everyone is saying is Diddy is obviously the one that is, okay, Diddy, because we don't know if it's really him locked up. Mm-hmm. He's the one causing all of this. But who's above him? Someone on TikTok listed a few names, and I forgot to dig into that. He's not doing it on his own. There's obviously someone that showed him this. But basically, the baby oil bottles were not baby oil. It is some type of ecstasy drug in there. So he's drugging these people, but it was put into the Johnson and Johnson baby bottles.
What Johnson & Johnson?
1,000
slack, guys. Like, they've gone through enough.
1,000 bottles. COVID
with
so the newest thing is they found tunnels in his house, underground in his bedroom. And they were linked to the Playboy Mansion.
I do believe in underground tunnels. Yeah.
Someone else. And I don't know if this is true.
Oprah's house also had underground tunnels.
I don't know if it's true, but there's things. See, this is all like kind of like he said, she said, because we don't know the truth. But there's pictures of the island that he lives on, and they're close to the ports. Which, if you know, that is that can link to like Shein, where it's like there's kids being abused,
human trafficking,
and they're bringing these kids in.
Yeah,
and they're getting shipped to these tunnels to his house. And there was a 9-year-old boy, actually, just like last week, where these people came on the news and he did some inappropriate things. I do believe
that there is, I won't say another world, but there's a whole lot of things that happens that we're not aware of.
We have no idea what's going on. Like, we kind of always knew that he was a freak. He's weird, but like not to this, like how many people are involved.
Yeah.
And the fact that Jay-Z and Beyonce are like his wingmen, basically, like
everything is connected. Everything is connected.
Poor Justin Bieber. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
I've watched so many videos on him being so uncomfortable. It all comes
down to like my conspiracy of, if you want a little fame and fortune,
what are you gonna give? How much are you willing to give?
Would you sell your soul?
Fuck no.
Take one for the team, Sydney.
You can. Conspiracy theory freak, not me. I'll watch from the outside.
Yeah.
There's just, I don't.
There's just there's a lot, and I think
Nikki Heaton or Heighton, however you say her last name. Have you heard of her? She has like a couple songs. She has a few songs. Maybe an album.
Not hidden.
She's
like
gone.
The agenda is not hidden.
Like
I feel like they try and communicate through music.
That's what everyone's breaking down is lyrics.
Through movies. But it's like, you know, when they say when something's right in front of you, you're like oblivious to it, or you don't.
Well, yeah, because we're not going to sit here and like.
And they do say like only 1% of the world is woke to what's really happening. But again, like there's no set proof to what's happening. Again, it has to go with the conspiracies.
Allegedly.
But
don't sue us.
Sometimes I sit and I'm like, well, when is a conspiracy no longer a conspiracy?
This is no longer a conspiracy.
Aliens were a conspiracy, and they now live among us. Like
we
have an Air Force for them. Do we have an Air Force for them? Yes,
I
do. I do.
I don't know.
I think we have like a specific.
We need to go on Joe Rogan's podcast. He loves conspiracy theories.
No, I love conspiracy theories, but I think like when I speak I choose who I speak to about it. Because not everybody.
Because some people are gonna laugh in your face, and they're like, "You're crazy." Yeah. Like, no, America is.
Theories are very funny.
I don't know, but this P. Diddy thing is like, that's all I can. It's just crazy how many people are involved, are now dead because of him.
Oh yeah, I saw the latest one is like now they reopened Tupac's
Michael
Jackson, his wife. Diddy's wife at the time.
Yep.
What's her name?
Oh my god. What is her name? It's like
the mother of the twins. I know
it's on the, what is her name?
But
guys, don't hate us.
I would love to know what you guys think about what's going on.
There was one
what
more
conspiracies.
The She Knows music video that J. Cole came out with is taken down off the YouTube. The lyrics, all those
where
ones
he says, and like
She Knows,
yeah.
Rest in peace to Aaliyah, Left Eye, and somebody else, because there's some of these rappers that were never involved and they know like what can happen. And so yeah, that video is taken down in America off of YouTube. It's like gone.
Wow.
The original one. Yeah.
But it's so crazy how.
And then Kendrick Lamar, his newest song against Drake, they were dancing in front of the ports, and people were like, is that another like hint at what's going on?
Guys, I do just want to say, like, the internet is wild. It's like people are better than FBI on it. Have you watched on Netflix? What's it called? Something cats in a bag or whatever.
No, I think you talked about this before.
But he's like a guy who made a video about like suffocating 2 cats in a plastic bag with a vacuum, and people watched the video. It went viral, and the FBI couldn't find him. And like people on the internet like found like where he lived, where he this, where he that, where he that, and it turned out that he actually murdered somebody from like a Tinder date.
Really?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Goodness. Okay, I'll figure it out and I'll put it in our caption.
No, the people on the internet work hard.
Bruh.
These people know so much, and I don't even know how they begin.
Where do you get the time? Like, where do you get the time? Right? It takes me like 7 business days to edit a TikTok video.
It has taken me a couple weeks to finally like get caught up in this. Like, but
that's how crazy it. Like, I think this investigation.
I think Hollywood is screwed
for so long. For so long.
Yeah.
For
like
years.
Yeah, like this has been something that everyone's always known as like Diddy's a freak, like he's weird, but it's like to what extent? Like why are we saying this? But now that it's come to light, well, first we need to figure out if that's really him locked up. Like, I think they should really focus on that next and letting people, because I feel like once things get so big, that's when like the judges, the police, they start to see it. Because right now it's so minor.
Because the thing is,
like no, people are just lying, but it's like if it gets big enough, they're like, is this actually him in here?
Yeah, because
then how do you clone somebody like that?
Girl, I think they've been cloning for years. Like everybody that's been doing this DNA testing and sending off their DNA somewhere, that CEO just stepped down.
They say Kanye West is cloned. I'm picking my gel polish off. Sorry.
I believe that we have like a doppelganger.
Oh yeah. How many people have you been told, oh my gosh, I've seen you before? That happened to me one time. I was at a fair and this person came up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, like you just did so good. Like we loved watching you on the stage. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, you just like were singing like before me. No. They're like, no, like there's someone here that looks just like you. I'm like, that's crazy. The fact that you thought I was just up there singing because I was not. You don't want me to get there and sing. But that's my tea for today.
That's
TikTok
wild.
tea.
Tell us your thoughts on it.
Yes.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
Are you
theorist? Is that a thing? If you believe in conspiracies like me.
Are you keeping up with this P. Diddy case?
Yeah. And do you really think it's him in prison or clone?
Ian, let us know your thoughts on the dating thing. Dating with kids, navigating dating.
We would love to know, like, if you
kids are not. How's the dating life out there, you guys?
If you have any wild stories about like indulging in dating after being single but you have kids, we'd love to know. Maybe somebody has a crazy story for us.
Yep.
But yes, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you guys.
Episode 9. You can watch us on YouTube, but also listen to us on
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon,
iHeartRadio.
Bye guys.